Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for your latest Manchester United news and transfer news. We're going to be talking about Fred, Onana. Are we going to get Here We Go today? It was looking likely this morning. I was actually meant to do the show this morning, so just goes to show how far behind I am. But before we get stuck in, like, comment, hit that subscribe button, do all the good stuff. As I said, we're going to talk about Fred, Onana, and the Glazers as well. We're going to talk a bit about the Glazers. Bit of news about them today. And yeah, McTominay as well. Busy show. So I hope everyone is enjoying your Friday. Enjoy the weekend. But before we get stuck in, like, comment, to that subscribe button, do all the good stuff. And yeah, look at this little bit of a new edit. The background, I should have switched it to maybe red. But yeah, here it is. Hopefully to get about them for the next show. But yeah, I was meant to do the show an hour ago, and then my laptop kept pausing. So I apologise to anyone. But we'll talk about last night's news, which came out from loads of journalists. Let's be brutally honest. So Matt Moretto, who's come out and said Manchester United and Inter are getting close for the transfer of Andre Onana. The final price could be a little higher than 50 plus 5 million add-on. So we could be looking at 55 million euros for Andre Onana. Then Di Marzio came out and said Manchester United and Inter Milan are close to finalising a deal for Andre Onana for a fee of 43 million plus add-ons. So we could be still looking at 55 to 50 million euros. And then Fabrizio Romano came out and said Andre Onana to Manchester United is now imminent. And then obviously we got told that from Di Marzio that Inter Milan have sold Andre Onana to Manchester United, but I'm getting to the stage with Manchester United that I'll believe it when I hear the Here We Go. And I believe it. I believe it now. I think we're going to get him. But I trust Di Marzio, I think his name is. I trust Di Marzio. But you just want to make sure that you're at the right one. And personally, I think bringing Onana in is a good deal. I think it's a good deal. Will we have him in on time for the game next Wednesday? I doubt it. With today being Friday, and listen, we could get Here We Go later on tonight. I don't know. I have no backup to that. But there's he's our goalkeeper. I'm sure we're going to get him. I'd be surprised if we don't. I mean, there was news coming out yesterday that, oh no, if we don't get Onana, we'll have Dean Henderson as number one. Don't know where that came from. So yeah, I feel like we will get him, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, a new number one. I mean, it's been 12 years since someone has. It's been 12 years since we've had a new goalie. De Gea. It's a shame that he's gone. I missed him, but someone was going to do it. And listen, is it a risk? Is it not a risk? We know with Ten Hag, he's not afraid to make these big decisions, and I back him. If he wants to get rid of De Gea, go for it. If he wants to get rid of Maguire, please do it. If he wants to get rid of anyone on that team, he can, unless it's Bruno or Casemiro or Varane, Martinez, and so on and so forth. But you look at the Ronaldo. That he was only at the club not long. It was 6 months. Ten Hag was, and he thought, "You're gone." No, was it even 6 months? It was around. It was not long into the World Cup, so 5 months even. It was like, Ronaldo, you're gone. Not having you at the club. Uh, and then you could be dropping Maguire from the captaincy, so you have to back him and to get rid of De Gea and bring in Onana. It's a good. It's it's a good move bringing in Onana. It is a good move bringing in Andre Onana because. Please don't pause again. It's a good move bringing in Andre Onana. and I feel like he'll work. Again, there'll be a few moments next season where we'll have our hearts will be literally in our mouth. Um, but I'm all up for it. I'm all up for this Andrea Onana deal. I really, really am. I'm all up for it, and I cannot wait for us to bring him in. But I would have preferred. I'm not trying to sound like a negative Nancy. I would have preferred us to bring in the striker first. A striker would have been what I would have done. But listen, you know, someone can blame Ten Hag. I'm not. I know who I'm blaming. But it is. I don't know to do that. It is an interesting factor because Onana for probably could say 50 to 55 million. Some would say that's a bit much, and some would say, you know what, that's not bad. That's not bad. And you look at Mason Mount. We spent 60 million on Mason Mount. I think it was 60 million on Mason Mount. And then we're bringing in Onana for 50 to 54. There's been no here we go yet, but I'm sure he's our player. Rahul with the comments. One thing I like about Rahul, he gets straight down to business. And I agree with him. Can I fix this? Yeah, that's better. Just get guitar in. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Glazers actually. We'll talk about them near the end of the show actually. So stick around to anyone watching. Stick around and we'll talk a bit about the Glazers and stuff because a bit of news came out about them today about the reason why they haven't sold the club is because this asking price shambles. But listen, let us know in the comments. Andrea Onana, is he a player that well, he's our player, so well, no, here we go, yeah. But as now we speak, are you excited, or is anyone excited about the signing of Andrea Onana? I know some would say it'd be a better summer if we had Qatar in and we were signing, and then that'd be just brilliant. That's the number one signing for me. If we bring in owners during the summer, which doesn't seems very unlikely that we're going to have new owners by the end of the summer. Get Fred McTominay out. Fred could be useful for maybe a season. You know what? I actually agree with that comment. I agree with that comment from Rahul. I actually would keep Fred for another season. Just another season because Van de Beek should go. Van de Beek should go. Van de Beek should go. Why do I keep repeating myself? So sell Van de Beek. McTominay, yeah, no brainer. So yeah, McTominay, no brainer. Sell him. I know he's good for Scotland, but don't care. Who else is there? Ericsson. Oh, I'm not saying sell him, but I just want to talk about Ericsson as well. He's not as young as he used to be, and he done very well for us last season. Really happy with him, but with Mount coming in, I mean, what will our midfield be next season? Casemiro is in there. You cannot drop him. Simple as. So Casemiro. Then who's beside him? Will it be Bruno and then Mount? Will it be Mount and then Bruno? Will Mount be in Ericsson's position and will we have Bruno Fernandes in his usual position, or will it be Casemiro, Casemiro, uh, Bruno, and then Mason Mount? Will it be Casemiro, Ericsson, and Bruno? Either way, Bruno and Casemiro will be the certain starters in that midfield next season. Just will it be Ericsson? Will it be Fred if he stays, or will it be Mount? So, Rahul says Onana is good, but not for 60 mil. Yeah, listen, I mean, as I said, how much did we pay for Mason Mount? Was it 60 million? I think it's around 50 to 55 million we're paying for Andrew Onana. I think we're paying around that for Andrew Onana. Right here. So uh, I'm gonna do a video about Onana on how he can fit into Manchester United and what he can do. So I will get that done. You know, I will get that done. I promise. I'll get it out when I can. Probably do it over the weekend or next week. But I want to get it out and the positives and negatives of Sandro Onana and what he can bring to the club and stuff like that. I would have done one of Mason Mount, but it's like what 2 weeks, 2 can't even talk. It's Friday, 2 weeks ago since we last signed him. Um, yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't be. And one thing about us, we have a history of overpaying. Pogba, Lukaku. Well, we signed Pogba for free, didn't we? So Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez, Harry Maguire, Harry Maguire. Jeez, how can I forget him? Try hard not to. Martial, yeah, we've overpaid. Anthony, we overpaid for Anthony, and he can't. He is a good player, but we still overpaid for him. Some would say the same with Martinez as well, but that's and Casemiro, but that's just I think when you look at the seasons he had, it's not too bad. But Rahil saying FFP is very much alive. Get the deals for the right money. Yeah, I mean we got was a something about that earlier on today as well. So yeah, FFP is out there. Yeah, FFP is out there. But I just hope we I hope when we do get new owners in, we we don't go in for a player who's 30 million and then we go right 30 million, 50, and then I know someone say, oh, it's not Manchester United's fault, blah blah blah. When clubs see, because we have a history of overpaying, so when clubs see us coming along, like I'm sure when Chelsea seen us come along from AC Mount, they were like, he's probably worth 30, 40 million, but we're going to try and add another 20 million on top. They tried to get 80 for him, then they thought, right, it's 70, and then look at that as well. Rahul saying, look at Liverpool, 37.5 mil for a World Cup winning midfielder. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's a. McAllister is good. McAllister is a good player. I mean, Liverpool, you can say they're not doing too bad in the shop, in the transfer window, getting Szoboszlai and McAllister. I think Szoboszlai is worth a bit more than what McAllister was worth. I think, could be wrong. I mean, it's going to be interesting next season. It's a lot of who's going to be better. Will it be Szoboszlai? Will it be Will it be Mount? Will it be McAllister? I think the main one's between Mount and McAllister, but Szoboszlai could probably do well. But yeah, 37.5 mil for a World Cup winning midfielder who was the heart of Brighton's midfield. It's good. It is good. It really, really is good. And I hope he doesn't do well for Liverpool, obviously, but I do like McAllister. Don't like him a lot now because he's gone to Liverpool, but I would have liked us to get him. And yeah, Liverpool just too quick, and they don't have Champions League football, and they're still attracting players, which is mad. Oops. If it was us, we would be paying 65 to 70 million for McAllister. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly it. That's spot on. I mean, look at Ramses Højlund as well. Ramses Højlund, 85 million for Ramses Højlund. Good player, but not worth it. I don't even think he's good. I don't know much about Ramses Højlund. 85 million. Yeah. Well, I said yesterday, if we spend anything more than 50 million for Højlund, I don't even think he's worth 50 million. Ramses Højlund. I really don't. 8 goals last season. 8 goals. Yeah. Yeah. Shove it. Højlund is not worth more than 40 million. No, I mean, how much is he worth though? Would we say 20 to 30 million? Like we're a weird club. We're a weird club, aren't we? I know what people are saying. Oh no way, Dean. No, I've been supporting them half or most of my life. But like no serious is like we can't. We better and we better not go near that. We cannot go near that. That's just ridiculous in my opinion. For Highland, and I always thought Mason Mount wasn't worth it, but you could pay a max 40 mil plus add-ons for Highland. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair. But bloody dog, I swear to God. Um, but yeah, that's not bad. But if you're doing 40 million and then include add-ons, like that could come up to 50 million. That's not worth it. No way, not a chance. If we do pay that for Ramses Highland, it'd be a signing I won't bother getting too high for because you could just turn around and say, yeah, it's gonna be another flop. And he's only young as well, so you can't expect him to just come in and hit the ground running. I hope he does if he do sign him. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. I wouldn't get my hopes up. I just wouldn't get my hopes up. I'd be like, right, we brought him in, but still. Rahil, even Fresneda right back, Rail, Volley get him in, sell Lamzaka. I actually, you know what, right? I wouldn't sell Lamzaka. Personally, that's just me. I wouldn't get rid of Lamzaka. I'd keep him. Him and Dallo. I wouldn't touch the right back position, left backs, right backs. I wouldn't touch them. Unless he can play defence, well then let's talk. But it's an interesting one though. It's an interesting one. I mean, thing is about Ten Hag, like he's a manager that would like I never heard of that was it Baz what's his name? Newcastle are interested in him now. We're linked to that many players have did that many shows this transfer window, I forget half of the players are really scouting or monitoring or interested in. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous. But move on to Fred. Supposedly Galatasaray have approached Manchester United to sign Fred. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Fred will leave Manchester United this summer as Saudi clubs, Fulham and multiple other Premier League clubs are already working on signing him. Rahil saying Ramzak has to attack more. Yeah, he's good when he does attack. He's good. I agree. I agree on that one. But his tackles are just brilliant. Fred. Richard Romano saying Fred will leave Manchester United this summer. How much is Fred worth? How much? What are we putting on Fred's? If you're working in a shop and you're taking out your potato, which is Harry Maguire, your I don't know, your ice, which is McTominay. I know we call Lindelof Iceman, don't we? So your lollipop, McTominay, and then you're taking out Fred. How much is Fred worth? How much should we get from? How much would people say? Right, if we can get this for Fred, brilliant. Let us know in the comments. Rahul saying Ibrahim Sangare, PSV centre midfield game. Do you know what? That name sounds familiar. We were linked to him last season as well, last summer as well. And I was like, why don't we get him? He will be decent. He will be decent. He definitely will be decent. And is he cheap though? Because, well, what I should ask, what the real question is, if Manchester United were coming in to get him, how much should we pay for him? Rahil's saying Fred is worth 50 million in add-ons. We spent a lot on him, didn't we? We spent a lot on Fred. Didn't we? Spent a good bit on Fred. I mean, I was reading something today. 12 million is what some are saying. 20, I'd say 20, I even think 20 is a bit low, isn't it? But just more, I mean, if we can get more from, I mean, I look at Lange, 15 to 20 million. No, not too bad. I thought we'd get 10 million for him. Obviously, we haven't sold him yet, but he's a player I would sell. Anthony Alanga. So, 30 million for Fred, would that be reasonable? If Saudi, I tell you what happens. If Saudi come in from, they'll probably give us 30 million or more. If Fulham get him, if Fulham are looking at him and Galatasaray, they're not going to offer us that. 20, 30 million is what they'll offer. So, we bought Fred for 50 million, I think. Yeah. 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 So, you know, and so much. I even think that was, we spent a lot on him. I think I remember loads of people were simping over Fred, like, oh, he's going to be this, he's going to be that, he's going to be blah 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 blah. Had his moments. He had his moments. He had his moments, Fred, didn't he? He really had his moments, especially under Ollie. Especially under Ollie. McFred. He's mad to believe that we could potentially have two of those sold at the end of the transfer window, isn't it? It really is mad to believe that we could have two of those players gone and all. Rahul saying 30 mil for Fred is low, but I would take it. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I know it's not anywhere near how much we paid for him, but if we can get that for Fred, I'd say decent stuff. Decent stuff. Supposedly on transfer market, he's worth 20 million euros, and his contract expires next summer. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd keep him for another season. I mean, we signed him from Shakhtar Donetsk for a fee of 59 million, I think. So 59 million is, we overpaid from, let's be brutally honest. Amrabat, CDM, get it. Yes. Amrabat. Sofian Amrabat. Or as Leo calls him, Amrabat. Amrabat. He was on doing a show today and he called him Amrabat. Amrabat. So called him Abra. Yeah, so Amrabat, I'd get him done, yeah. Oh, yeah, imagine Amrabat. He looks like he would take your arm off to get that ball. I'd get him. Bring him in. Get rid of McTominay and bring him in. If you get rid of McTominay and Fred, you have no excuses. Get rid of Anthony Alanga and Fred, you have no excuses. But I wouldn't get rid of Fred. I'd sell McTominay before I'd sell Fred. And 2 seasons ago, I'd say take him for free. Yeah, Sofian Amrabat is a player I'd love us to get. When I heard that we were interested in him, I thought, another player interested in, but I thought, get it done. I mean, I'd like him. I'd like him. I really would like us to get Amrabat, and he's only worth 30 million according to the transfer market, but we could get him for cheap. We could get him for cheap. And he's only 26 years of age, which is happy days, and his contract expires next summer as well, so he only has a year left. But that'd be a brilliant deal. If we can bring him in for that money, for like, I don't know, 20 million, how much are we looking to spend? 20 million on Amrabat? Seriously, how much are we spending? Amrabat. How much? I'd say 20 million would be decent. 15 to 20 mil, but I think 25 is what they'd want to meet in the middle. Sell Van de Beek, McTominay, give Sancho one last season. Sell Martial, sell Ericsson, Wan-Bissaka, Williams, Maguire, etc. Let's keep Wan-Bissaka. I'd keep Ericsson because we only signed them, and I think we're going to keep Martial. If you would have given him for free, why do you want 30 million now? Because if you watched him 2 seasons ago under Ali, you'd see where I was coming from. Trust me on that one. But he hasn't done too bad. Listen, I want 30 million, but Manchester United could let him go for 20 million. So that's what I want. Doesn't matter what I want, it's what Manchester United want here. I mean, he wasn't great because we had Fred and McTominay were shocking. So when you had him with Fred, with Casemiro, um, yeah, it just wasn't great. For Fred with Casemiro was brilliant. Fred with Ericsson, we haven't seen much of that, thank God. But yeah, I mean, I'd give Maguire for free now. But you know what I'm saying is I'd give Maguire away for free now. But I'd still, I wouldn't mind us getting 20 million. My Manchester United want 50 million for him. So there you have it. Amrabat is up to 40 mil is also okay. But he has a year left on his contract. So, he's worth 30 million on transfer market. So, by the way, I was only joking. I wouldn't really get rid of Fred for free. It's obviously he doesn't know me sense of humor, but appreciate the comment. But yeah, I'd give Maguire away for free. As well. I mean, Fred, I don't know why we're getting rid of Fred, but not McTominay. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a mad one. It's a mad one. Just sort of a quick one about Alex Telles from Chris Wheeler. He has come out and said Manchester United's Alex Telles is a target for El Nasser. Here's another one. Alex Telles. Much we get from 5-10 million. Don't think we're going to get any more than that. The way Amrabat performed in the World Cup. Yeah, he is a good midfielder. If we could bring in Amrabat, I would be delighted with that. That'd be solid. Imagine Mason Mount. What would he do? Yeah, if we're bringing in Amrabat, we're probably going to sell. If Amrabat has only a year, it should realistically be 25 mil. But even if they ask 40, I would pay. I feel like they'll want 30 million for him, but 25, we'll do this thing where we'll offer 20 million, or we'll offer 15, then it'll go to 20, and then it'll go to 25, and then it'll go, there's always a third bid. We need the cash if we are selling to buy. Yeah, well, that's it. But like Fred, like how much do we get? Like Fred, like that. If you're getting rid of Fred, how much would you like? Would 30 million be the road? Like again, we know how Manchester United go about selling players. We could end up selling Fred for 15, 20 million. Why am I pausing again? Right, it's fine now. I mean, yeah, Fred. I mean, like what Rahul said in the previous comment, sell Van de Beek, sell McTominay, give Sancho one last season, sell Martial, but if we don't bring in a striker, we have no choice to keep him. I'd keep Ericsson, I'd keep Wan-Bissaka, and Williams and Maguire can ship off somewhere else. So, Van de Beek has to go, but you're not going to get a lot for him. You're not going to get a lot for Van de Beek. And we're probably going to sell Alex Telles. Rahul saying it's okay to pay a little extra if they're really worth it. Well, I listen. I don't mind how much we bring in Amrabat for. Just once it's, I just want what the asking price is. I just want it's not like Atalanta where they thought, oh, you want Thailand, but I think we're going to do 85 million. Give us that, and then we'll all go home. We'll go home. You go home with your striker. I'll go home with my money. Simple as. But yeah, it is interesting, and I feel like I don't know if we can sell Maguire. I mean, what's better, sell Maguire or get rid of the Glazers? But get rid of both of them. I know. Obviously, sell the get rid of the Glazers, but do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just a joke. We need to start negotiations with Amrabat before selling our best asset, which is Fred at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I think people would prefer to sell McTominay over Fred, and I agree. I'd sell McTominay over Fred as well. Yeah, we should. I mean, negotiation. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a bad thing to. I don't know. Let's inquiry about them. You know, if they come back with a bit too much, that Manchester. If they come back with say 50 million or 40, and Manchester United like, well, we really wanted to spend 30, 20. You know, we'll uh, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Sell McTominay, sell Maguire, Martial. But then we're probably going to have to bring in a striker before we sell Martial. I feel like that's what it's going to be. Um, because if we go another season with an injured Martial, you can say good. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a sort of next season. Is going to be. I dread it already. But we have a new doctor in, so get rid of the fringe players. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of fringe players. Get rid of Maguire and the Glazers. Sell them to City. Yeah, it is. It's mad to. Do you know what? That actually that makes me sick when I just think about it because City came in or were interested in Maguire, and it's like we were like, "Oh, City want them. We're gonna have 80 million." It's like you got all excited, like, oh, 80 million, take it, go on. It's like City with Declan Rice and an Arsenal were like, "Here you go. Here's over 100 million. Take it. Let's run away." You know, ridiculous. Can't believe that. Can't believe that. Straight, we put the same asking price. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're clubs when we negotiate. We Like you look at Mason Mount, we offered three bids, and the third bid was the successful one, obviously. And Onana, surely the third bid is the successful one. So expect with the players that we're getting, so you can expect the next. If we get like Amrabat, if we're looking at him, expect the next players we go in for to be three bids, and the third bid is going to be successful. I don't think City are actually. They were interested in them, but they weren't like the way we were. Like it was like I don't know. Would you say like the way they were with Declan Rice, or maybe less than that, but still City were there, and it's like we heard, oh, why are City interested in them? If City are interested, in them, must be good, you know. So it's just like that. They weren't like bidding or anything like that, but still, still. But let's talk a bit about the ownership. Rahil says, "Oh, keep an eye on Valverde at Real Madrid." Yeah, he's worth a lot of money, but wouldn't be a bad choice if we get him in the future. Amrabat equals Fred to Saudi. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather sell Fred to Saudi than the Prem, because you get more off the Saudi clubs than you would from the Galatasaray or Fulham or whoever else is interested in them as well. But listen, a bit about the ownership news from the Athletic. Come out and said last night there's been no communication between the sellers of Manchester United and any potential buyers since Sheikh Jasim's last bid for the club in early June. Um, the Glazers haven't sold Manchester United because no one has hit their asking price. Well, there's a reason why no one has hit your asking price, Glazers, because you run the club into the ground, and in Sheikh Jassim and Jim Ratcliffe's defence, they're not going to pay that. They're looking at going, no. They could have all the money in the world. Sheikh Jassim probably has all the money in the world, but he's saying, yeah, I'm not going there. Thank you very much. The way Pep plays will make Maguire look like Maldini. I would just think of Maguire playing like Maldini now. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, the Glazers, greedy Glazers, it's always been the nickname for the last 17, 18 years. Why would they want 6 billion for a club that, as I said, they've treated like shit, and they barely put any money into the club. They've took more money out than in, and they expect, oh yeah, 6 billion. Look, come on, like, imagine. Rahul saying apparently Sheikh Jassim has told the Glazers to F off. I think it's over. You know what? I wouldn't be at all surprised. I haven't heard anything about that yet, and hopefully it's not true. Yeah, I hope it's not. I doubt that's true, but hopefully it's not. I wouldn't be surprised if they told the Glazers to F off. I think the Glazers want 10 billion. Oh, Jesus. You know what? They're that greedy, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, Sheikh Jassim came in. Right, there you go. There's 6 billion. Well, we actually want 7 billion. You know, it's just how it is. It's ridiculous. It really, really is ridiculous. Stray says Maguire was and still is overrated. Exactly. City just pushed us to buy like they did. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Exactly. It's either like, oh, City, City want, City want him. Let's go and offer more. Yeah, that's smart. Smart. That's smart. City don't buy players. They just let the other clubs buy the shitty ones, and then they go in for a player we never heard of before and make them look like fucking Zinedine Zidane or fucking Maradona or Pepe or R9. Um, yeah, I don't know how. I don't know why you paid that much for a slap head, Harry. If Qatar can't meet the valuation, who can? We're doomed. We're doomed, says Royal. That's it. That's it. If we, I mean, the Glazers, there's still a chance the Glazers can change their mind and not sell the club. Like, you know, like, there's a chance. There still is a chance that the Glazers can just say, listen, we're not, you know, we're not, we sold, you know, we're not interested anymore. You know, we want to. I wouldn't be surprised. And if they do, the fan base would go absolutely mental. You know, if that's and if, I mean, it's interesting. It's like they wanted to accept the Jim Ratcliffe bid, but they're like, do we want to stay here or do we want the money? So ridiculous if you ask me. I suppose Manchester United have been fined 256,000 by UEFA's club financial control body for a minor break-even deficit in the 2021-22 season. So yeah, not much to talk about there. Get Apple to boys. Yeah, boy Trafford. Ten Hag would have you know the way Ten Hag has like a little notepad and a pen. You'll just see Ten Hag whipping out an iPhone 12. Oh, not an iPhone, an iPad. Here we go. Happy days. If you just absolutely shambles, you know, like imagine Trafford, you know, team viewer will all of a sudden go from the Manchester United jerseys and we'll just have Apple, you know, instead of the players drinking water bottles. There you go, there's an apple. Put that down your neck, you'll be alright, you'll be alright, you'll be as fresh as a daisy. You know, it'd be just absolutely mental stuff, wouldn't it? Um, really, really would, really, really, really would. Um, but listen, that's been it. I appreciate people watching, commenting. Please hit that subscribe button as well. It'd be much, much appreciated. Hoping to get a bit of content out tomorrow because I'll be actually busy tomorrow and Sunday as well. But if we're not back on the weekend, we should back on Monday. But regardless, there'll be content. I'm going to try and pre-record a few interesting videos about how Andrew and Onana can fit in at Manchester United. And a few other players are interested in as well, because a lot of people are interested in. I know Amrabat, I'm too busy listening to how Leo pronounces them. Amrabat, Sasangare, Rahul mentions, a lot of people interested in them. Rahul says, I would take Old Trafford. I'd take anything as long as the Glazers go. I would take anything as long as the Glazers hit the deck. But yeah, I'll try and get a few interesting pre-record videos out next week. Thanks everybody for watching. An apple a day keeps the Glazers away. Rahul's coming in with these top-notch comments. I love it. Yeah, it does though. It does. It surely does. But listen, as I said, please like, comment, hit that subscribe button. Be much appreciated. A lot of content coming up now over the next couple of weeks. Well, busy this week, and anyways. And next week, gonna try a few pre-recorded videos as well. So much appreciated. Follow all our socials, links in the description. Nice little thing here today where you have the players there and here and everywhere. But yeah, enjoy your Friday, whatever you're doing. Don't drink too much, and enjoy your weekend. And yeah, I'll speak to you all in a bit. Have a good one.